What's up YouTube, I'm just another guy and welcome to my Parks of Premier League here with Billericay Town FC. Now before we start the actual episode, before we go into detail about transfers and all the stuff that we normally go into, I want to give out a huge thanks to everyone who has subscribed to me. I've got 200 subscribers, I think I hit it the other day, but I forgot to mention it in the video. So to show thanks, I'm going to do a double upload today, get this season out of the way with pretty much. Not out of the way with, but to get this video, to get this season done with and up on YouTube. So double upload today. This one will be up, I don't know, sometime in the afternoon. The one will be up later in the evening. So keep your eye out on them. And just, yet again, huge thanks to 200 sub guys. It is immense to get there for me. So yeah, thanks. So anyway, let's get into the video. So, fourth season now in the Championship. We missed out on the playoffs last season by one position. I mean, if you look at the little league history here, you see we really have just kind of we just missed out slightly. We seem like we're curving off now, and I just want to get that last little step up, you know, get to the Premier League, just where I feel we should deserve to be with the squad we have and things like that. So, yep, of course, like I said, disappointment last season, finishing in 7th place, missing out by 2 points to Birmingham City. So, this year I thought we could really push on, we could really get a playoff spot minimum. That was minimum I expected. Going to transfers, another look who we brought in and out. So, you already know about Miguel, Ortega, and Mobea all going out, bringing in a nice chunk of money. We then let Stuart Shepherd go out on a free. He just a player I didn't feel was good enough, and for me, it's about freeing up wage rather than bringing in money sometimes. If I can't get any money for them or a decent amount of money, I just want them to go. And that's what this guy was here. I mean, he didn't really make too much of an impact this time. I mean, three years. I mean, first season, played a lot of games as a backup, but then I noticed he wasn't really going anywhere. We had better players, so off he went on a free transfer. He won't really be missed. Peter Wijngaard had an amazing season last season for us, but I feel the signing we've made this season, and especially where is he, Larson, that we can allow for Wijngaard to leave. This is why I did actually sell him, because of Larson. We already had him pre-signed, if you can remember from last episode. So, yeah, 400k, only a year's work, and I get 400k out of him. It was a good season. Well, I say good. It was a good season, I will admit, yeah. However, this year for Brighton, he's not doing as well, but 400k out is a nice chunk of money. A lot of youth players to leave, you know, nothing too good. Randolph Gurin, we sold for, what was it, 475k, and we've been out on loan for 3 consecutive seasons. He did alright for Watford last year, and that's probably why we've got as much as we did for him. He's doing alright as well for Charlton, but I just didn't feel he was good enough for the squad. So I let him leave. He's got some nice stats in him, but again, I feel we can get Bellerin 6.25k a week. Wow, he's on a lot at Charlton. Other people to leave, Matty Stevenson, another just backup player. Didn't feel, I mean, he was too great, nothing special. We only got him on a free, sold him for 9k this season. So I get 9k profit. I'm not too disappointed with that. And he's currently playing non-league football, so that probably shows the standard of footballer he is in. We loaned out Robin Purcell. He is a new signing we just made this season. He's got a bit. I think he's got a bit of potential ahead of him. I mean, he's got a 4-star report, Premier League report. So of course I'm going to try and allow him to develop. He's not going to find game time here, so the best place for him to go is lower divisions. He's not having the best of times with Northampton in League One, coming from Leverkusen. I probably should mention that. But I think he's got a good future ahead of him, along with his other German mate. Another German centre-back as well. I'm not sure how you pronounce this guy's first name. Batia? Maybe Batia? Bahitia? I don't know. Batia Isik. This guy, again, had the same potential, with the same abilities, but I decided, you know, better off go get your first team experience somewhere else, maybe League 1, League 2, where you'll be more adept, so better equipped for and better suited for. So he went to Plymouth. I mean, he's not doing too badly again, but coming from Leverkusen, these guys, so we've got 2 youngsters from Leverkusen, 2 centre-backs, so hopefully if they can develop together and develop well, maybe they could be a future pairing for the side, who knows, but for now they're off on loan, trying to get first team experience. Hugo Leschner, again, we had to loan this guy out. I'm still not too sure about this guy, but I'd rather let him go out on loan, see if we can get him to his potential at least before maybe selling him on, because I doubt he will make too much of an impact on the side on the future. He'll probably end up just being sold for a bit of money. And we loaned out Ellen Paolini. This guy played a lot of games for us last season, actually. You see, not last season, sorry, the season before. 31 games last season, 11 games. But this year I just didn't feel he was, this year I just felt I wanted to kind of get rid of him. Kind of wanted to sell him. 1.7 million he's worth. I think that's a lot of money. I've loaned him out to a Premier League side. He's only made one appearance, but still Premier League side are willing to offer him. So I think this guy will probably get sold in the future again. I think we have other centre backs now at the side. You'll actually see with Andrei Samsonov, we had another great centre back. I mean, this only happened in January, and it's come from moaning of lack of games. It was last season, sorry. I completely ignored the fact that was in January. But yeah, last season he played a lot of games. This season, not as much, moaning about not playing, so I'd rather let him out on loan. Solaski out, bringing in 4.3 million, only spending 6k on Adam Dodd, which you actually saw last episode, but I didn't want to tell you. So now you can see the amazing stats we spent 6k on, but this guy is backup. Normally, it doesn't really, maybe it wouldn't really make sense to buy a backup. I mean, 6k for someone that's going to sit on the bench isn't a very smart investment, but I think we can get a bit more money out of this guy later on in his career. I mean, even if he's only sitting there on the bench, which he's currently doing, at least he's training with good players. I haven't really got him tutoring with anyone. I don't really feel anyone at the club would probably suit tutoring him, and I don't really want to waste their time. Let's get Richard Howe, got better judging players, but I mean, a bit of potential in him. Half decent currently, not a bad little backup. So I think this is alright spending 6k, and I really do think we'll get a bit more money out of him later on in his career. Morten Larsen, he come in the left attacker mid, which is why we sold Peter Witchegard. This guy is a very, very good left attacking mid, coming from Lyngby in the Danish Super League. I mean, he's played amazingly for Lyngby in the past. I mean, with the exception of these 2 seasons, but last 2 years in the top Danish division, doing very well, getting good average match rating. So I think this league should be more than capable for him. I mean, he's not done amazingly, but I think with his stats there, he's got the potential. First season I'll allow a bit of a rocky start. I mean, it's adapting to a new country, new league, new language, all that stuff. So I'll allow for that. But he got very nice pace on him. This guy, good crossing, dribbling, pretty much all the stats you'd really want for a winger, which is what I play in winger attack. So yeah, pretty nice stats there. Very good free transfer. Next guy to come in was Andrei Samsonov. Yeah, I think that's how you say that. This guy is a beast of a centre-back, coming from Sheriff, if that's how you say that, team. Played there pretty much all his career. I don't understand what happened here. I mean, this is something I've noticed in FM. They don't really say whether he was a free transfer from there, whether he just moved there randomly for a bit of money. I kind of think this is something that's popped up a lot. I've seen in FM, for some reason in people's histories it just doesn't go into enough. It doesn't say why they've moved from one club to another, and I've seen like weird stuff happening. This guy's played for Sheriff, who are Ukraine? Moldovan, sorry, I don't know why I thought Ukraine. He's from his home country. They're nothing special. They play in the Champions League. I think they win. Actually, you can't see the league history, but I was just about to say I'm pretty sure they're one of the best teams in their league, if not the best. And he's played amazingly for them now for a long, long time. So I'm very happy to get him. He's playing amazingly as well for us currently, with the average match rating. And this guy's got some very beast stats. Strength, jumping is very, very good. His influence is amazing, which means I think he could possibly be a captain. I know I have Mick Mellor and Will Brister there, but I'm not sure how long they will last. I mean, they're pretty much approaching the end of their careers now, or maybe the end of their careers for Billericay. So this guy could potentially be a future captain. If we look at the position which I play him in, he's got very good stats all over the place. And his report says that he is a Premier League player, so an amazing signing there for us, I believe. Great capture. Courtney Ramsey come in as a backup left back, 2.8k a week on wages, but still a half decent backup. You already know about these 2 young German loanees. Jesus Garcia come in as another striking option, but he can also play on the wing, so I think this guy can be used quite a bit. I mean, if we look, he's been pretty much the bench boy for us, but I like his versatility coming from Barcelona B team. Playing quite a lot for them. I mean, did alright in the 3rd tier of Spanish football. No, it's a lot different stepping up to the Championship, but I mean, he maybe got that bit of Barcelona magic rubbed off on him, and he could be a great player for us when we need him to be. And the last guy we brought in was another striker, Matazus Mazu. Yet again, I mean, a bit of potential in him, just another option, another backup. Can play on both wings as well, so gives me that option if I want to just throw on an extra attacking player on the wides, because they'll have more instincts. So maybe a better goal scoring opportunity will come to them, and they'll be able to take it because they're a striker. That's my thinking behind that. This guy's got good teamwork and work rate though, so really with that high work rate, shame his determination isn't really high enough. Maybe he can reach his potential that little bit quicker, or maybe even outgrow his potential, what my assistant manager thinks he will possibly get. And he came from Borussia Dortmund. So those are transfers in and out, spending 6k, bringing in £4.3 million. You know, really just show what we have to do financially just to keep ourselves alive. But in a league, where does this actually put us? It puts us in 12th. I know 12th. I said I want minimum playoffs, and it's left us in 12th place, 9 points off the playoffs and 20 points off the league leaders Huddersfield. So yeah, this looks like it's going to be another season in the Championship next year. But I mean, I won't rule it out. I mean, we have got the team, we have got the ability to turn it around. Let's have a look for goals scored and against. So goals scored, we're doing quite well. Goals against, we're doing even better. So maybe it's the goals. I don't really know. It's just the fact that we're not winning enough games. Simple as, really. I mean, 11 wins, 7 draws, 11 losses. The losses are really stacking up again. I did say last year I wanted to get a few more draws, a few more wins. I thought the side, as they grew with experience, that would just sort of disappear, you know, as our ability got better as players, as they developed. We just find ourselves winning more games, but sadly that's not happening. And it's kind of strange if you look at our goal difference and the teams around us. We have a very good goal difference, so I think maybe he just caught us at a bad time. You know, what's the past positions? He just caught us at a... Oh, sorry. He's caught us at a... Where am I team? Bad time. You know, there we go. We're just on our downward slide now. We just need to pick ourselves up again, and we'll be in and around it. Hopefully, we can still make a push for the playoffs. I'm not going to rule it out as I've done in the past, but it does look pretty impossible. I mean, if we get there, it'd be a miracle, because 9 points is not going to be dropped by, you know, all these teams above us. Because we basically got to hope that we can be on near perfect form 100% on the time, and the teams above us are going to lose games left, right and centre, just so we can get that chance. But still a long way. It's still quite a long way to go in the season. You know, what is it? 19 games left? No, not 19 games. Sorry, I'm thinking of this as like, I don't know why I got 48 games. What am I on about? What is it? 46 games. So 17 games left in the season. That's still a long way to go. So hopefully we can turn this season around. But anyway, look at the fixtures. Start it off. We won 3-2 against Colchester in the Capital One Cup first round. So that was pretty standard what we expect. We expect to get through to the next round there. But the first league game of the season, of course, the more important game, we won 3-0 against Scunthorpe with a double from Mark van Brugel, Liellegem and Andre Bruno goal, providing us with the win. This is a good way to start the season, but sadly we lost 2 games on the bounce then against Huddersfield and Hartlepool, 2-1 and 3-1 respectively. But in the Capital One Cup, we progressed to the next round once more, with a 2-2 draw on after added time. Ended up resulting going to penalties, and we won the penalty shootout. Hilgebrandt, Brifstar, Lucas and Menzo all getting on the score sheet as Jesus Garcia misses his penalty sadly. But you know, Andrei Samsonov getting a goal, Yanis Lucas scoring a goal as well, a double from Slew, the ex-Blackburn youth player, you know, a bit of a pace abuser on FIFA. But overall, I'm very happy with this performance. We were very dominant, but sadly we couldn't end it in normal time, so it forced us to play an extra 30 minutes, which isn't very good considering the tight congestion of fixtures in the Championship. But we have to play on with it. And despite that long game on Tuesday, on the Saturday afterwards, we ended up winning 5-1 with a Yanis Lucas treble. The Yanis Lucas hat-trick. I don't know why I called it a treble. But, so big win against QPR there, away from home as well. Nice victory. And that was followed up by a 2-1 win against Watford as well, with Morten Larsson getting his first goals for us. And Yanis Lucas scoring once more. He has been on fire this season. I'll show you his stats come the end of the fixtures. But he's been an absolute beast for us this year. We lost to Sunderland 1-0. This is disappointing. Sunderland aren't the best team, so to lose against them, I would have expected more considering our recent run of form, beating some quite good teams. We then drew 3-3 with Birmingham. Yanis Lucas hat-trick once more. And sorry if you could hear any noises there. And an own goal ended up costing us the game. This is disappointing. I mean, we were 3-1 up until the last 11 minutes in the match. To give it away like we did, they're a very sloppy defence there. It's an example of points that we could have easily have gained. An extra 2 points there. Disappointing. In the Capital One Cups, we then beat Newcastle, a Premier League team, 3-1. This is a very, very big victory. Here's an Alain Paulini getting a double before he's gone out on loan to Derby. And Andrea Piera getting us a goal before half-time. 3-1 up at half-time. Very good performance. We didn't even get smashed. I expected us to get quite dominated here. I mean, I know we're at home. I know we've got that advantage and things like that. But Newcastle were a very, very big team. And I'd expect them to beat us any day of the week. So to beat them 3-1... we've shown huge progression at the side there, and I think it's our first, maybe not our first Premier League win, but first Premier League win in a while, definitely against Premier League opposition. Anyway, in the league we returned and won 2-1 against Brighton with Yanis Lucas and Andre Piero scoring for us, before we lost 2 on the bounce once again, losing to Wolves 2-0 and Palace 1-0. Then we got on a bit of an on-off form as we beat Notts County 1-0 before drawing to Charlton 2-2. Then beating Cardiff 2-0 before losing to Burnley 3-1. Yanis Lucas scoring in 2 of them games there. Anyway, to the Cup, the Capital One Cup, we end up progressing to the next round, to the 5th round of the Cup. I think it's the 5th, or is it the quarterfinals? I think it's actually the quarterfinals of the Cup. Morten Larsen got us a goal to peg back from a early Cardiff goal. Bobby Walton got sent off in extra time. I thought maybe we could nick it then. Sadly, we couldn't, but penalty shootout, we showed that we could find the back of the net once more. Will Bristol missing this time, but they missed twice. Look at that: Lewis, Larson, Bruno, Dodd, Menzo, Paolini. How many defenders are there? One. Well, Bruno can play defence, although I do preferably play him centre. Oh, centre mid. There you go. I thought things frozen. Dodd, back up, right back. Menzo is a striker, centre back. Theoretically, 3 defenders scoring for us there. It's nice to see that they can find. They can find the back of the net, come a shootout. But yeah, progressing to the next round of the Cup, dominating Cardiff again, so we maybe have a chance of winning the Capital One Cup this season if we could progress any further than that. I mean, we've beaten quite a few decent teams, 2 penalty shootouts isn't bad. Anyway, in the league once again, we drew 1-1 to Wickham. I'm not surprised considering, like I say, load of fixtures in a row here, midweek games and things like that. Plus extra time, the extra 30 minutes, our team would have been tired, we would have had to rotate a few players in, so 1-1 draw I'm not too disappointed with. Then beat Chesterfield 4-0, absolutely smashed them. We can beat Chesterfield, they aren't a very good team, and the Will Bristol hat-trick, earning us all 3 points there, before being beaten quite heavily to Norwich 3-0. That was disappointing there. We beat Leeds 3-1 to follow that up. Andre Bruno hat-trick, we've got quite a few hat-tricks this season. So, I mean, we definitely can score, and we've proven it in the past, but we're just not getting the results. Look, 1-0 defeat against Villa. This is a game that could have easily maybe been a draw, If we'd have performed a little better, it could have been a draw. 1 goal until the 88th minute. If we could hold out for the extra 2 minutes, an extra point there, that could help us immensely come the end of the season. Who knows? Anyway, we then beat West Brom 3-0. I'm trying to cover up that fixture that you've probably seen already anyway. And then a 0-0 draw to Peterborough. But anyway, a massive result here. We beat Manchester United in the Capital One Cup quarter-finals. This is amazing, amazing result. Our first real big name victory, I'd say, against the old top 4, the old big teams, like Tottenham, Liverpool, Arsenal, Chelsea, Man U, City. All the big names in the Premier League when you think about it. We haven't really faced any of them yet in this series, and to get Manchester United and beat them at home as well in Billericay Stadium in front of 8,000 crowd, over 8,000, we got smashed. I expected us to get dominated, and a penalty ended up giving us the victory, but I don't care. Our defence played amazingly. Overall, the whole team played amazingly, and this will probably go down as one of the first massive results of our Billericay, career. An amazing underdog victory for us. And oh, I didn't mean to click on pitch. If we want to leave match, God. Let's go back to fixtures. If we want to go back to here, I wanted to see the Billericay team. I'm not Billericay, the Man U team. Have a look at the Man U team. And Jim Lawson is an amazing goalkeeper, one of the Irons' best players. Mickey Stubbs is an amazing English centre mid. Just have a look at their players, the immense quality that some of them will possess. Not everyone is going to be amazing. This guy's currently at Chelsea, but look at the stats he has as a winger, much better than what we can have. And we've managed to beat this team 1-0. I know we got dominated, but managed to beat this team 1-0. It just means so much. An amazing victory for us. So now let's move on. After that mind-boggling good victory, we end up losing 3-1 to Crewe Alexander in the league, and then 2-0 to Sheffield Wednesday in the league. So, an amazing high followed by 2 lows isn't really what I expected after that. But at least we bounced back, beating Scunthorpe 2-0, and then drawing 2 games to Hartlepool and Huddersfield. Anyway, we had a big cup game coming up against Arsenal, so I wanted to beat QPR, just to get our team on good morale. We've done alright recently, beating Scunthorpe, drawing 2 games. But I just wanted to get one more win, just to get morale as high as possible, and go into the game with at least a decent chance. But sadly, we lost to QPR. And then we went on to lose against Arsenal in the first leg. I mean, we got dominated. Joe Stewart is an amazing... I've never seen a stats this good before in my saves. Look at that, 41.5 million to Arsenal, and he's tearing up the Premier League. So how can you contain someone like that when we're a mid-table championship team currently in the league? But we didn't get dominated as badly as we did against Man U at home, and considering we went to the Emirates and did this, I mean, put up a valiant display here. Shame that a goalkeeper let us down. Our strikers couldn't perform as well as they could. Maybe if we took a chance or two, we'd have had a chance of at least going into the second leg, feeling optimistic. Anyway, between the second leg, we played Barnet in the Cup, won 3-1, as you expect. Barnet aren't an amazing team. We should be beating them in the lower divisions. Sunderland, we then beat them 3-1. And we drew to Watford 1-1. Anyway, in the Capital One Cup, second leg semi-final, we did win 1-0 against Arsenal. We beat Arsenal and Manchester United in the same season. An amazing stat to have, especially in the Championship as well. But sadly, the 3 goals in the first leg just destroyed us overall. We couldn't come back from that. We played a lot better. We dominated possession, something I don't expect to say against Arsenal. With the players they had, I mean, just showing you that one player just shows the immense talent that squad possesses. They still have Jack Wilshere there, an amazing talent. He's losing it physically, but I mean, technically you can't lose the stats he has. Just amazing players here, and to beat them 1-0 at home, I think it gives us slight hope. When we get to the Premier League, we definitely have a chance of overturning some results and getting some results there. Anyway, to finish it off, we drew 0-0 to Chesterfield in the Cup, and we'll have to face them in a replay. Well, hopefully we can get to the 5th round, doing very well in the Capital One Cup. Hopefully we can do well in the FA Cup as well. But overall, the fixtures, you see a lot of greens, but a lot of reds and yellows following it. So, ups and downs this season, not enough consistency. In the Cup, we've been very consistent, exception of the Arsenal game, Shame we couldn't, keep a tight lid in that game, stop the goals leaking in, and we could have progressed to the final. That would have been amazing to be in the final of the Capital One Cup. But at the start of the season, I would have said getting to the semi-finals would definitely be enough. And right now, I say that is an amazing achievement for us to get that far in the Cup. But anyway, let's have a look at the tactics. Nothing I don't think's changed too much. We now play attacking. The last couple of years, we played control. But apart from that, not much else has changed in the tactic. We still play the target man up front. Goals this season, Lucas Yanis has been on amazing form. Absolutely over the moon of how well he's played. What is up with him currently, actually? Thinks the club is underachieving. I completely agree with that. But, the players we have, the squad we possess, I feel we can get out of this situation. But it's going to be difficult. It's going to be hard. But who's to say we can't? Who's to say we can't overturn the odds and get promoted this season? In fact, why can't we? Who's to say we can't still win the league? I mean, I say we can't still win the league. We've got 19 games left and we can't overturn a 20 points difference. But, football has any possibility in it. So, you can't rule anything out. Although it does look pretty bleak. Financially, we're not doing too great. Even with the run at the Cup, couldn't provide us enough funds to really stay afloat. So, we're back in the red. We're expected to be even more in debt come the end of the season. So, yeah, I think definitely need to get out of this division. We need to get to the big bucks of the Premier League just to try and keep this club afloat financially. We are run by the fans, if you can remember. We were taken over by the fans a few years ago, but they're not going to be able. They don't have the financial. We don't have the financial backing to pump money into the club constantly. So for me to make money, I have to make it myself. I have to win tournaments. I have to get promotions. I have to sell players, and that's the only way I'm going to be bringing in money. Shame we couldn't have, a businessman, not a local businessman, but, a big bucks, multi-billionaire takeover. That would be lovely, but sadly that can't happen for everyone. We're not all cities of the world, Manchester cities of the world. Let me check something actually right now. How are Chelsea doing? You know, Di Matteo still in charge there. That's quite amazing to see him still in charge. But anyway, yeah, I think this is pretty much what I can do for right now. You know, with the for the update, nothing too special is going on. We're a mid-table team. We should be doing a lot better with the players we have. And yeah, until next time, you know, guys. Until later on in the day, where you will see the next part of this episode. Until then, peace out.